Andrew Thompson from eXp South Africa, Head of Country. Thank you so much today for joining me. You're going to be talking us through the eXp South Africa model, and we're going to sort of deep dive right into the model and everything that that is happening in South Africa. You've got 1,150 agents there already, absolutely smashing it under your leadership and your leadership team. And really excited to hear exactly what you guys are providing our agents over there. From Australia here, we've already got a couple of agents over in South Africa, and we are really looking to expand into South Africa as well, because the model is so amazing and you're doing such an incredible job. Your agents are happy, and you know, the model and your leadership is a testament to that as well. So thank you so much for doing this for us today.
Lisa, what a great pleasure, and thanks for the invite. And as you said, 1,150 agents, really driven through our agent team, and a really great leadership team. 15 of us here locally in South Africa from a leadership perspective, and really adopting the approach of agent-centric, agent-focused, and living the dream of eXp, creating wealth for families and in a very game-changing environment. So we're the fastest growing real estate company in Africa, and very excited about that on the continent. Thank you very much for the invite.
No, that's perfect. And so the vision of South Africa and for eXp, so you were saying before, when we were chatting before, 1 million agents is the vision, and I can see that happening. You know, I look at real estate agents. I went to a real estate seminar not long ago, and I was looking around the room and I was thinking, everybody's going to join eXp eventually. They just don't know it yet. You know what I mean? That's how I really feel the model is that good.
It's amazing to watch, because Glenn Sanford started this company back in 2009. And if you think he started with 35 agents by 2015, 462 agents by 2017, 6,000 agents registered on the NASDAQ, and the growth really happened from there. I joined eXp 3 years ago locally here in South Africa, started the company. But eXp was only 23,000 agents at that particular time. And over the last 3 years has grown to 89,000 agents, and operating in 24 countries. But what is amazing is the outlook is most certainly 10 years, 100 countries, 1 million agents. And if we just look at the growth that's happened in South Africa, you know, we started in South Africa 3 years ago. It's taken us, since our official license, 2 years and 9 months to achieve 1,150 agents. And we've certainly rocked the comma. And what is exciting is we've got an outlook by the end of next year, we'll be at 2,000 agents. And the statistics show that by the end of the following year, we will be the largest real estate company in South Africa by agent count. I have no doubt by listings and also by production. So we're on a great journey.
How exciting. And it's a great time to get in now. It's not too late. There's still, how many real estate agents are there in South Africa total?
So we're 60 million people in South Africa, and the talk is that there are 44,000 agents servicing those 60 million people. I think a realistic number, having, you know, a tough trading 3-4 months over the last little while, I estimate we're sitting at around about a realistic 38,000 agents across the country.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible. Okay, and there's so much room for growth. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, let's launch into it then.
All right, good. I think you know already everything about eXp, and obviously the growth that's taken place, the people, the top leadership, the countries that we operate in, where we've come from with the 24 countries around the globe. Just my history, I'm a hotelier by trade. I come from a hotel background, managing some 31 hotels between Zimbabwe, Botswana, and South Africa. I got into the development game, and through that, fell in love with real estate, doing mixed-use developments of between 2,000 and 4,500 unit opportunities. And then ran a small Keller Williams franchise for around about 15 months, and had the opportunity of building that team to 51 agents. And realized at that particular time, there's no better team to join than eXp. So I joined eXp, fallen in love with the company, surrounded myself with top leadership, as you see in front of you now. 15 of us here locally, dedicated to our very own agent team, but equipped with great tools and technology to really drive the experience here locally in South Africa. I think you'll remember it's all about the agent and those relationships between agents, conveyancers, banks, bond originators, sellers, buyers, It doesn't matter how good the technology is there to make the agent sing. And I just love the experience of what eXp has to offer. And it gives us the ability to go out there and do what we really do well. And that is property sales, procurement rentals, and channeling our energy in the right direction. But yeah, just really interesting. You know, I listen to Glenn Sanford talk on a regular basis, and you know, a traditional agency versus how eXp operates back then in 2009 to where we are at the present moment. And my feeling is the traditional agency is a bit of a dinosaur. And we've just got to be pretty much aware of that, because in a traditional agency, you've got rising costs. And we see that happening now in South Africa. We got rising fuel costs, rising food costs. Every day there's expenses going up in terms of rates and levies and whatever the case might be. So you've got rising costs. But at the same time, we've got a very demanding agent. We've got professional agents here locally in South Africa that are saying a 50-50 split is no longer acceptable. A 60-40 is even no longer acceptable, 70-30. And all that's happening in these traditional agencies is the margins are dwindling and reducing quite radically. And people have to make a shift. Principals and broker owners have to look at this model and say, we've got to make a shift and we've got to make a change. Otherwise, those funds are going to run out. And eXp came along in South Africa, and we've almost created a bit of a lifeboat to the individual agent by putting it out there that you get a whole host of value with the best compensation model in the world, where you can earn great commissions, really good commissions. You can earn revenue share in the form of growing the company and influencing people to join. You can earn shares in the company in the form of an asset, these eXpi shares, and you can earn third-party incomes, which go 100% in favor of the agent. And what does it cost you? It literally costs you as an agent 900 Rand per month. So from a South African point of view, whether you're an individual, you're a small team, a company, whatever the case might be, if you're an influential person or a good producing agent, I believe eXp is for you. And the reason why I say that is you can be your own brand, you can be your own business, and you can be entrepreneurial at the end of the day. Quite key.
Big time.
So just breaking it down, Lisa, and you know, if we break down those sort of 4 channels of income, you can earn really good commissions, as I said earlier. But we do commercial, retail, residential, light industrial, development land, development stock, sectional title, buildings. All of that comes into play in terms of transfers of properties, and agents can earn commission off that. We also do placement rentals, so just purely procurements. And we do the placement. We do not partake in managed rentals, and we ask the agent to manage that outside of our independent contract agreement. And I think that is absolutely key. We're also attracting the top agents in the business. You know, we talk about when an agent caps, and I'll give you an example. An agent in Johannesburg, in his first year of operating, took 10 months to cap. In his second year of operating with us as eXp, and he now learned how to operate and utilize the tools and utilize the technology. Took him 6 weeks and 1 day to cap in his second year. So for 10 and a half months, he's on 96% commission. Absolutely amazing.
It's incredible.
So these kind of agents we are now attracting into our organization, and we call them icon agents. And if you become an icon agent, you can earn 150,000 Rands worth of eXpi shares on an annualized basis. And we'll talk through that a little bit later. Equity shares, these are eXpi shares that an agent can earn. You can bank 5% of your commission and receive those eXpi shares, which you own. US dollar-based economy, registered on the NASDAQ at a 10% trading discount, which is a nice commodity to have. And then revenue share, you have the ability to influence other agents to join. And there's a revenue share structure, which I'll talk to just now, where this could become a game changer for you in terms of a second channel of income coming in your direction, which is paid to you as a bonus on the 20th of every month, and effectively can be willed to any member of family or whoever you draft into your will. And then share incentives. These are equity awards and incentives on certain milestones being met, and you effectively become a shareholder within eXp. And as a shareholder, you are the king and queen of our business. You are the decision maker. And it was Glenn Sanford's strategy back in 2009 was to return the real estate business on its head, where you could become the CEO within the structure. And then third-party incomes, 100% in favor of the agent. Quite amazing.
Yeah, and it's certainly turned on its head. It's the biggest disruptor in real estate that, you know, as long as I've been in real estate, 30 years, like there's nothing like this. You know, we've got competitors here in Australia who are trying to do something like what we've got, but there's no way they can offer what we have. Over 89,000 agents, 24 countries, the revenue share, the shares. There's no way that they can compete with our offering, which is amazing. You know, it's incredible. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So, you know, people like yourself, Lisa, and obviously your agents that are within your organization and your network, and agents joining in Australia or across the globe, have the ability to market and promote to eXp South Africa agents, or to agents outside of eXp South Africa, and bring them into the organization. And we've got 3 tools that I personally use. There's a video on eXp South Africa. It's a 3.5-minute video. There's this marketing deck, which I'm talking to at the present moment, which is our promise to the agent. And we've got what we call the join application. And the join application houses our independent contract agreement, our policies and procedures manual, and it tells you the legalities between you and myself or eXp Realty South Africa. And it lays out the platform as to how we operate going forward. But really put, you sign an independent contract agreement with us. And at that time, you pay a 900 Rand joining fee. Okay, that is once off. You pay a 900 Rand monthly fee in advance of the future month, because we do carry costs. Okay, and you pay through the PPRA, the Property Practitioners Regulatory Authority. It's a governing body in South Africa. In order to get a license with eXp South Africa, you pay the PPRA for a 3-year license, 2,508 Rand. And once all of that is done, you come back to us with proof of payment to the PPRA. You verify that you've got what we call an F number, which is effectively a license number, FFC number. And you've now got the ability to trade under eXp Realty South Africa Pty Limited.
Awesome.
So commissions earned on any transaction done. And the first part of this is just really to explain how the system calculates, and then I'll tell you what the net effect of that is. Okay, so 75% goes towards agent, 25% comes towards company, the company being eXp South Africa. And out of that 25% portion, that builds up to a cap value of 150,000 Rand. So every time, and I'll just use the glass as an analogy, okay, every time an agent does a transaction, the cup starts filling and building up to that cap value of 150,000 Rand. An agent does a 3rd transaction, a 4th transaction. And once that 150,000 Rand is met on an annualized basis, on an annual cycle, the agent then shifts to 100% commission, with the company and the sponsor who influenced that agent to join no longer earns. Okay. So it's kept at 150,000 Rand, but there is a 4% transaction fee. So the net effect of that is the agent earns 71% commission, builds up to the cap value of 150,000 Rand, and you'll see it all over social media. The agent nets out on 96% after capping. And that's the simple model, just purely on the commission structure. Don't forget revenue share, shares, and third-party income still to come. All right, and then you'll pose the question to me, Lisa, as to what do you get for this 900 Rand? And I'll go through this very quickly, just so that there's a factual delivery to this. And this list is just growing daily. It's quite amazing.
It's very comprehensive.
So 900 Rand, yeah, 900 Rand per month gives you access to our eXp world, where you can operate as an avatar, a very efficient environment that we operate in, and a great training, coaching, educationary type of environment for agents to come witness. We give you an email address, which is a .co.za account. This gives you access to a listing platform, a CRM. We got 2 alternative platforms in the form of CRM called PropCon and PropData, because agents are comfortable with working with those locally in South Africa. And the great thing about our listing platform, it propels properties over 10 million Rand through the James edition to international destinations around the world. We also work through List globally to 35 international websites across the globe, and that is geared to attract internationals, obviously, to come procure properties in the likes of Cape Town, just behind me here. And then local syndications, these are our biggest lead generators, private property P24, and we go to 9 localized syndications all listed there already. Lightstone property is for unlimited deed searches. So you want to find out who the seller or the owner of a property is, and you can pick that up on Lightstone. But you've got to match it to the virtual agent on the other side of the page, where we get 60 owner credits per day. And you can pull off that owner information around data, cell phone number, email address, etc., relating to the owner of that property, and thereby securing the stock. All right. Some propeller head guys put this entity together called Flow Marketing up in Johannesburg. Social media analytic engine that goes out and identifies sellers, buyers, even does agent attraction for our agents. And I think this is absolutely key because it goes and grabs people in terms of identifying them and bringing them into circles through targeted marketing, and is one of our best lead generators. We pay the subscriptions for the agents in that regard, and we give our producing agents 1 free listing per month, and that really gets them going for future production as well. And then we've got a unique commercial platform. Our ShareWorks program is given to all the agents around the world to manage through Morgan Stanley on your desktop, the shares that you physically own or that are vested. My eXp, a wonderful tool built by our very own technicians, not seen by any other real estate company across the world, but it manages your organization of revenue share across the globe. So picture trying to manage 20,000 agents in your organization that you effectively have no responsibility over, but you want to know what production they're in, and it spits out each month what you're earning within that month, what you're earning in the future month based on the production of those individuals. You cannot manage that on an Excel spreadsheet or a whiteboard or whatever the case might be.
And it converts all the currency.
Amazing.
It converts all the currency. Like if you've got agents in different countries, it converts it all into your local currency. And yeah, it's amazing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I've mentioned the virtual agent already. We've got a great DocFox, know your client, FICA, we call it in South Africa. We're the only real estate company doing proper filing here locally. And then we've got our agent market center, easy access through this .co.za email account with all the social media links, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, extending off that. Microsite, 1,150 websites in South Africa. Quite amazing that we have the ability to give each agent their very own website, microsite. Frame VR, the future of real estate, just love it because we're moving from an avatar world, and you see the improvement in what we call Frame VR, which is now becoming exp.world. And Lisa, I do know in 2 to 3 years' time, I'll be walking around you in your own environment, having a conversation in 5D and 5G. That is how good our technicians are within eXp. So I just keep telling that story, and it is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, wow.
Our university, this is a massive value add to our agents because you've got agents training agents, and the best agents in the world training and coaching and showing our very own agents how to perform going into the future. And to me, the best 2 tools I've seen in terms of communication, Workplace talks through a Facebook setup to 89,000 agents across the globe, and WorkChat at the drop of a button, I can dial, video call, group call, whatever it might be, to 89,000 agents across the globe. And you've got people at your fingertips. I can speak to Glenn Sanford right now on the other side of that extension.
Yeah.
Family, community, spontaneous gifting, chatbot Luna. We're the only company in the world that has its own chatbot built by our own technicians. And then easy bridging of finance for our agents that want to enter their commission a little bit earlier. Through your phone, you can snap it, bridging finance company that we utilize. And then very key, we've been utilized as a test for the rest of eXp on a bidding platform. We've got it in test phase already, and working really nicely. It's called Prop Now. It's going to be called eXp Bid. And we tested the other day one property out in the market. It had 22 offers through that bidding platform. Absolutely amazing.
Wow.
And then just thinking of our agents earning additional fees and commissions, we've started what we call an after-key sales service through a platform called Avera. And this ties in the seller and the buyer if they opt in to further healthcare services, to life insurance, etc., whatever the case might be. So that's how we operate, and really, really nice to see. Sorry, just jumping around here, just in terms of where we're going. All right, and then just into revenue share. So we've spoken a little bit about the commission structure, which is quite straightforward. But revenue share, let's say I am your sponsor. Let's take that as an assumption. And I introduce you into our structure, Lisa. And I know you're a flippin' good agent, okay? So you are a producing agent, you're a person of influence, and you go out and you get into production. So the idea behind this is, as you build up to your cap value of 150,000 Rand, okay, that some of the profit made by eXp is paid back to me to say, Andrew, thank you very much for influencing Lisa to join. All right, so our value on our tier 1 agents that I would see a return on with the likes of you is 21,000 Rand per annum on your annual cycle. What actually happens then is Lisa goes out and finds another really good agent, and you on your second tier, on my second tier, your first tier, I have the ability to earn 24,000 Rand. You have the ability to earn 21,000 Rand through the profit made by the company on a good producing agent. So I'll put my auction hat on and just go through this very quickly. But you've got a tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you've got the values that are applicable to that in terms of 21,000, 24,000, 15,9, 6, 15,000, up to 30,000 on tier 7, and we go to a maximum of 7 tiers. Now, the vital part of this structure is just focus on your tier 1 agents, and if you can influence agents who are influential, that add value, that are producing agents into your tier 1, this entire structure works with the assumption that all profits, some of the profit made by the company is paid back to you to say, thank you very much for growing the company. So what you need to do is to ensure you got more than 5 producing agents across the first tier, unlocks your second tier, more than 10 producing agents across your first tier to unlock your third tier. And ideally, it's easy to do. You can get more than 3 agents per month joining your first tier. You can have more than 30 producing agents across your first tier in 1 year, and you can unlock all 7 tiers. All right, so revenue share really works in that manner. And just remember, it's worked through a system called My eXp. So that is really cool as to how that operates. All right, and then the third way of earning, just remember those shares that 5% of shares of commission that you can bank at a trading discount of 10%, you own those shares. But these equity awards and incentives work on the basis that you as an agent, when you do a first sale, you earn 2,000 Rands worth of eXp shares. When you cap as an agent, you earn 4,000 Rands worth of eXp shares. And that is between the 1st of January and the 31st of December every year. All right, so the agent really benefits through now owning an asset of eXp shares. And the really nice one is, I as a sponsor, coming back to you again, Lisa, if you were in my downline and you did a first deal, a first sale in your own personal capacity, okay, I as the sponsor would earn 4,000 Rands worth of eXp shares. And that is really cool. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's just touch on very quickly the icon status. So there are 2 options here on the icon status, and this is for an agent to earn 150,000 Rands worth of eXp shares, subject to certain conditions being met. But the prerequisite is the agent has to have capped at 150,000 Rand on an annualized basis. And the 2 milestones to be met is 3 million Rands worth of gross commission income. Okay, if that milestone is met, the agent automatically becomes an icon agent. Okay, and the second way is through doing 35 unit sales in a year. So we've got a lot of properties in South Africa that are of low value, And we've got agents doing 10, 11, 12 sales in a month, and that is highly achievable. Okay. So 2 options there to achieve icon status, and a really nice way of attracting the best agents in South Africa. All right. And then, Lisa, just a wrap on the marketing deck. You know, this is all I promise to the individual agents. So our CRM, our listing platform, our eXp University, everything to do with our agent path, our mentorship program, the great communication tools that we got, the excellent world that we operate in, Frame VR, we've spoken about already, that
Yeah,
chatbot
I can't
Luna,
wait
which
to see that. I haven't seen it. I've got to see this Frame VR. Yes.
yeah, but chatbot Luna, I mean, you've got access to it in eXp World, you've got access to it in Workplace, and you've got access to it in Frame VR. So some amazing transitions that are being made here, and just simple things, you know, through this chatbot Luna, which is a beta version, agents have the ability to do a description of a listing property, a listing description, which would have taken you and me 45, 50 minutes to do, and think it out and say, it's overlooking this beautiful dam with dramatic views and all those good words, okay? Do it through chatbot. It takes you literally copy, paste, 15 seconds.
Yes.
What a great way to make an agent more efficient. All right, and then marketing and merchandising. We've got a one-stop shop up in Johannesburg. 360 is its name. Delivered door-to-door across the country. So if you are your own brand powered by eXp, all that can be made up according to our branding guidelines. We adopt our branding guidelines, which you can also adopt, and also go to local supplier and have it made up if you can find a better rate, etc. So that's quite key. And then our partners that assisted us with creating the business, our social responsibility, where the word eXp came from, and there's the join application for agents to join. So in brief summary, you know, what attracted me to eXp, just the really wonderful people, incredible leadership, the integrity, the trust, the corporate governance out of the USA, but this family, this community, this collaboration, the positivity, there's never a negative word spoken. And I just love the experience with eXp, and just the journey that we've been on, changing people's lives, being a wealth creator, and passing on our very own successes to the people that surround us. So Lisa, I hope it's been interesting for you, and I hope it really assists you with your growth here locally in South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And what I love about eXp is the stories that we get to tell about the agents that join, like the way that agents can change their lives from, as you said, earning more income, to getting assets, to getting reoccurring income, to collaborating with agents outside of their demographic area. They're collaborating with agents worldwide. They've got an amazing business structure. It's a foundation for a whole business. It's not just a real estate sales division. It's a foundation for an entire global business, which you're paying for a small monthly fee, you know? So that's what I love about it. It blows my mind. The longer I'm in eXp, the more depth I see of the company and what's achievable. And as you said, if you're entrepreneurial, it's really, this is the way to go. You know, don't be stuck in a box of listing and selling property just in real estate. You know, get outside that box and have a complete business system, which this is what eXp is, for a tiny small monthly fee. And it just opens you up to so many different channels and so many different people and so many different opportunities. You know, it's just amazing. It changed my life, and I can tell you, you know, hundreds of stories of agents that I know that it's changed their lives as well. So thank you so much for your explanation, and thank you for your assistance with helping us with our agents in South Africa as well.
Lisa, absolutely. And again, to you and your agent team, thanks very much for supporting eXp Realty South Africa. And then also, just from our perspective, you know, if we can help with any individuals, with any teams or companies that you come across that do want to transition across, very happy to have a three-way conversation in terms of guiding those entities across to come join us. And I always believe that if you understand the individual model, the discussion of the teams model becomes so much easier. So just a little bit of guidance there. And if I can help in any way, or any of my leadership team can assist in any way, would be wonderful to grow your team internationally as well. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, Andrew.